some experiments that will state some laws of physics. So let's get started. So this experiment is called candle rock. This will explain you the point of center of gravity and also moment. So let's get started. First, the materials you need are 2 saucers, 2 drinking glasses, 1 lighter, a nail, 2 candles, a marker just to mark on the candles, and of course a ruler just to measure the length. So let's get started. Start with 2 candles. Just make sure that you stick them together. Either you can use glue guns, but I would suggest to use like lighting up the candle, melting a bit of wax, and then sticking them together. Something like this. Once it's dried, just measure the candle and you have to find the center of this candle. So let's find that. So the center point of this candle, after you place it on the ruler, the center point of this candle is about somewhere here, I would say. So just mark the center point and then get ready with your nail. So with the nail, poke on the center point, make sure it's really straight, because this is like the most important part. You should be careful where you're poking and it should actually be really straight. So after you're done poking, it will look something like this. After that, take 2 glasses, something like this. Place the candle like this on it, and as you can see, it's not moving right now, right? It's still. So that means this point where I have poked the nail is the center of the gravity of these 2 candles. This will also represent as the pivot in our candle seesaw. See the real candle rock, the candle seesaw, we have to light the candles, and I'll explain what will happen. So once you just light this candle, like here. So as you can see, as you light the candle here, and as you light the candle.
So as you can see, now it's formed a seesaw. This is due to when the wax of one side falls, making that side lighter, so it lifts. Similarly, when the wax of the other side falls, it makes that side lighter, so that side lifts. This creates a seesaw and explains the law of moment.
Let's move on to our experiment number 2. The experiment is called magical marbles. This will state the law of inertia, which explains an object at rest remains at rest until there's an external force added to it. So now, to do this experiment, the materials you need is 2 rulers, some marbles, a scissor, and a tape. So now let's get started. So first of all, you need 2 rulers. Place them in between for about half a centimeter with a gap of half a centimeter. Take tape, tape it. Let's go. So after this, these are the tape pieces, and let's tape it together. Make sure they're really straight and make sure there's no gap over here and touches the floor. And make sure the surface is also really flat, or else it won't work. And here's another tape, and we're just placing it right here, as you can see. Now, take any 2 marbles, place one at the starting point. This will just indicate the starting point, and then about 5 centimeters away. For about 5 centimeters. And now, just give it a little push. And as you can see, the marble stays at rest while other marble pushes. So the force through this marble, the force through this marble transfers into this marble, and this marble remains at rest and this marble moves. This states the law of inertia. Now let's try it with 2 marbles. Let's see what happens. 1 marble here, 2 marbles here. Now let's see what happens. When you give it a little push, what happens is both of the marbles stay in the place and this marble moves further. What happens is the force from this marble transfers through this marble and force affects this marble. So that's why this moves. Now let's try what happens if we use 3 marbles here, 3 marbles here, and 2 marbles here. push. So as you just give it a little push, what happens is when these two marbles force collide, it transfers to this marble and two marbles move. So the number of marbles here will be the number of marbles that will be moved at the end. So you can even try with as many marbles as you can. It depends on how big your ruler is also. So let's try with 4 and 3 to explain it to you better. So once you use this, push, and as you can see, 3 marbles are moved and 1, as always, will stay here and 3 are here. Now you will be wondering, okay, the force from this transfers to this and affects these 3, right? What will happen if I use 3 and 3 or 2 and 2? So let's try with 2 and 2. What will happen? Really excited to know, guys? Let's see. 2 and 2. What happens is these two marbles take the position of these two marbles right here, and these two marbles are affected. So as you know, the number of marbles you keep here are the number of marbles they move. So if you're wondering, what about if I put 5 marbles here, right? And 5 marbles here and only 1 marble here? What will happen? As you can guess, only 1 marble will move. So let's just try this experiment. As you can see, only 1 marble moved. None of these 4 moved. The force transferred all to this force and only 1 marble moved. This explains the law of inertia.
Like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, this is Tommy. This video that means my experiment related to exploration gear. On the G11 object, and let's see what the chemical reactions during the process of gas 1 meter and until later during the video.
This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck then.
Tryna get my money back straight this time. The hell is going on? I don't know where I went wrong with you. Hey, I was driving round in California thinking like I always do. If the love isn't real, then I don't know what is true. Yeah, I don't know where I went wrong with you. Okay, the worst part about me is it's never enough. Little shawty said she
Mixing soda and vinegar to flavor.
windows down when I'm rolling through tough. When I'm in the town, when you show me some love. Yeah, California dreams turn to nightmares now. Silence now. Baby, don't you leave when you just lie down with me on the ground. I say constellation spelling out your name. I just use my heart, not my brain. Push the start and do what Simon says, so I can give it to you any day. Like I don't know where I'm with you. Hey, I'll be driving round in Cali, overthinking like I always do. If the love isn't real, then I don't know what is true. Yeah, I don't know where I went wrong with you. Tequila on the rocks, couple shots I couldn't stop it. All I could think about was you. All I think about is you.
Hi, my name is Pornpat Samathiyadikul. My nickname is Perm. I'm from G11. Okay, so today we are going to do hair comb experiment. So first thing first, you need a piece of paper and you need a hair comb to do this experiment. So we're gonna try if we didn't comb our hair to see the result. So nothing happened. Okay, so we're gonna try comb our hair. Okay. Yeah, you can see the piece of paper try to attach to the comb. Okay, let's try again. See, it got attracted to the comb. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna explain why piece of paper got attracted to the hair comb. So the reason why piece of paper got attracted to the hair comb is electric charge. If you wonder what the electric charge means, electric charge is the quantity of its electricity held in the object. So there are two types of electric charge, positive and negative. Plastic comb was electrically neutral. That means it had equal number of positive and negative charge. Conclusion: when we rub our plastic comb on our dry hair, it gained an electric charge. Once it got electrically charged, it got the ability to exert a force on a piece of paper and attract them. This charge called static electricity.
My experiment name is lava lamp. My experiment have to use it water, color, oil, and effervescent beads. Step 1. Pour the water mixed with the color into the bottle. Step 2. Pour the oil into the bottle by using a spoon to reduce the force of impact on the color water below. Step 3. Put the effervescent bead in it and it will burst. You can see that the color water will bubble up on the oil and granules because the water and the oil are separate.
Hello, my name is Chris Balabanian. I'm from G11. Today I'm going to show you how to make a soap changing a property of milk. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, you can bring in any plate to put your milk in. And next step, pour some milk into. Okay, oops. That's okay enough. And next you can put a food coloring in any color you want. So here. Okay. That should be, let's put yellow in there. And a little bit here. Okay, that's enough. And next you can bring a soap. Mine, so I'll use a soap here. And look, watch the magic. As you can see here, the properties are changing. Okay, so how exactly does soap change the properties of milk? According to research and my research, basically when soap is added to milk, the surfactants reduce the milk's cohesion and also reduces the surface tension. Suddenly, the food coloring is free to expand across the milk. Like as you can see, the food coloring is free to expand all over the milk. And what about the swirling colors, right? The beautiful swirling colors. it's the tail parts of the surfactants molecules that attracted to the fat molecules in the milk. So soap basically kills, like when you wash your dishes, the soap basically kills the oiliness of your plate. Or even when you take a bath, I'm sorry, but even if you take a bath, right, you can see like the your oiliness on your skin, and when you wash it, you can look on the ground, you can see like your oiliness of your body onto the ground. Yep. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. So that's just a short, like 90 seconds experiment at home that we can do during this COVID-19 situation. And yes, that's my 90 seconds experiment, just a short like experiment. So yes, thank you.
Hello everyone, today I'll be presenting the precipitation of protein in milk, presented by Warakon Chayudisgun from grade 11. The material you need is 2 measuring cups, 1 sieve, a sheath cloth, a thermometer, vinegar, and milk. So let's begin. First, you have to pour milk into the measuring cup for 300 milliliter. Warm the milk and use the thermometer to measure the temperature of the milk. So I let it sit until the temperature becomes 7 degrees. Then add 1 teaspoon of vinegar. After adding the vinegar, keep stirring for around 2 minutes until the milk becomes curd. After the milk becomes curd, put the cheesecloth on top of the sieve and pour the milk onto the cheesecloth to separate the water and the curd. Let the curd sit for Wait until the milk and the water separate, then squeeze out the leftover water in the milk curd. Then you will see that the curd have become like creamy texture and solid. It is kind of similar to a cheese.
Hello, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to make a video about my project. I call that magical candle. So if you want to know how it's magical, let's go and see it.
This is a project to check how dense both objects are, and this is a project for STEM Day, and let's go. Yes, so now we're back at the project at a bird eye view angle, of course, to see down here. And as you can see, we got our object here right now. So this is an easy project where everyone can do, because you only need oil, of course, and water. And the steps are, the first step is you pour the water into another clear jar, and the second step is you pour the oil into the jar, and then you'll see the reaction. I guess let's start right now. So with the first step, right, you pour in the water into a clear jar here in my hand. Let's go. I mean, let's pour like just half of the thing. And yes, that's the first step. Now the second step, of course, is where you pour in the oil, this oil. Let's go. Yes, and now I pour in the oil, and as you can see there, it might be a bit hard to see, but if you look closely, you can see that that's upper part, that's the layer of the oil, and the lower part, of course, that's the clear water. Yeah, there you can see here, that's the layer of the oil, and that's the layer of the water. And with this experiment, right, we call, as you can see, that the oil is the lesser dense one compared to the water. That is why the layers separated. Because the water is, of course, with higher dense and it's heavier, and oil has lesser dense and the oil is lighter. That is why they separate into two layers. It might be a bit hard to see, but yes, I think that's clear. Yeah. And yes, that is the project for the STEM Day. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to make a homemade rocket thruster. Let's see. The material we need is only lighter, bottle, and the last one is alcohol. I light a fire on the chopstick, and then I use the chopstick with fire to ignite our rocket thruster. Safety first, guys. Finally, it's worked.
Hello everyone, I'm Anastasia from grade 11 and welcome to M Vlogs. Okay, so in this video I'll be taking you guys through my STEM Day combined science project right here.
Oh my god! Wow!
So guys, here is my combined science STEM Day project. So this is a 4-fingered mini Thanos arm. So the only main difference between the real Thanos arm and this arm is that the Thanos arm has infinity stones and my arm have infinity rings. so let's get started with the video. So firstly, I will demonstrate how this hand works. So this is how it works. So as I move my fingers right here, these fingers attached on the arm will also be moving in the same way as my fingers are. So this is because that my fingers put the force on these strings, which allows these fingers to be pulled because they're connected. Okay, so now that you guys know the concept behind this arm, I will show you guys how I myself made this arm step by step, and alongside that I'll also explain how I did every single. So let's get right into it. So to begin with, the first step is that we have to cut 2 rectangles so that we can put the hand in the middle of them. Now step 2 is that we have to cut the hand. Now in step 3, I sticked the rectangles with the arm together. In step 4, we will stick the straws on the fingers. Once the straws are ready, now the next thing is that we will put the strings in the straws, and then once we are done with the strings, we will connect it to the rings so that we can wear the hand. So now after that, we will add the front curve to make it look good, and also an arm holder so that it stays with our arm. Okay guys, so that was how I made my mini Thanos arm. So if you guys like it, you can also try it at home. It's not that hard, it's not at all complicated. So yeah, that's it for today's video guys. If you enjoyed it, hope you liked it. See you.
Wait a minute!
I forgot to tell you guys something. And that something is, how do I use this arm? So here.
Material needed: matchsticks, A4 paper, candle, empty glass, 4 glasses of water, and a tray. Start by wetting the paper and place it in the middle of the tray. Then take your candle and place it on the wet paper. Then the next step would be light your matchstick. After the candle is lit, take the empty glass and place it over the candle. And then wait for it for a while. Why does this happen? Fire needs oxygen to sustain itself. The glass prevents the fire from consuming any more oxygen. Once the fire in the glass has consumed all the oxygen, the fire goes out. Now, there's no air passing in or out, so it just makes the glass and the candle and the paper one, which can hold up to a limited amount of weight.